Hello and welcome everyone. Class 5, Lesson 3, Animal Senses. In this chapter, we will be covering up the contents, that is, introduction, sense of smell, sense of sight, sense of touch, sense of taste, sense of hearing, communication in animals, sleeping habits, points to remember. Introduction. Like human beings, our senses tells us how to choose, feel, enjoy and make right decisions at the right time. Animals uses their sensory organs to find food and to escape from dangerous situations. Different senses in animals. Sense of smell. Animals track their prey by the sense of smell. Some animals are very sensitive to the smell of a drop of blood. Ants communicate with their antenna by exchanging chemical scents called pheromones. Bees have chemoreceptors, that is, taste receptors on their jaws, forelimbs and antennas. Mosquitoes move onto animals by detecting carbon dioxide and other body odors. Shark has a great sense of smell of blood. Rats and snakes also have a good sense of smell. Dogs are used for sniffing because of their sharp sense of smell. Ants communicate with their antennas by exchanging special chemicals that is known as pheromones. Bees have chemoreceptors on their jaws, forelimbs and antennas. Dogs are used for sniffing because of their sharp sense of smell. Hence, the police department uses dogs to sniff and detect dangerous things like drugs, bombs, etc. Sense of sight. Dragonfly has compound eyes with 30,000 lenses. Eagles have large eyes which help them to judge the distance and speed of the other birds and animals. A bird's sight is the most important of its senses. Dragonfly has compound eyes with 30,000 lenses. This sight helps it to find its food. Eagles have large bulging eyes which help them to spot its prey. Sense of touch. A cockroach can detect the tiniest movement by its feelers. A crab has hair on its claws to detect the water currents and the vibrations in the water. Fishes and frogs can sense the water currents with the help of their skin. Cats have long whiskers which are sensitive to touch and nearly movements. A cockroach can detect the tiniest movement by its feelers. Cats have long whiskers which help them to find their way in dark places by feeling with their whiskers. Sense of taste. Animals are also able to taste the air that has a smell of food. Pig's tongue contains 15,000 taste buds. Human tongue has only 9,000 taste buds. Rabbit's tongue contains 17,000 taste buds. These taste buds allows you to experience tastes that are sweet, sour, salty and bitter in taste. Sense of hearing. Mice can sense surfaces and air movements with their whiskers. Birds have a good hearing capacity. Snakes is very sensitive to vibrations. Its body is in direct contact with the ground and hence it can sense the approach of every animal. Bats are active at night. They have a complex hearing sense. They emit high frequency sounds which reflect off the prey and come back to the bat. This is known as echolocation. It helps them to recognize the type of prey and its position. Communication in animals. Animals need to communicate to warn their group of a danger, express their joy, fear, or need to mate. They communicate through sounds, smell, movement, and other different ways. Elephants make a number of sounds for communicating. Monkeys howl when they sense danger. Whales and dolphins communicate using clicks and whistles. Elephant shows their affection by entwining their trunks. Sleeping habits of animals. Like humans, sleep is a basic necessity of animals too. All reptiles, mammals and birds sleep at certain times of a day. Different animals have different duration of time for sleep. For example, elephants and horses sleep for 2 to 4 hours. Dogs sleep for 10 hours. Giraffes sleep for less than 2 hours. Different animals have different methods of sleeping. Horses sleep while standing. Cows sleep with their eyes open. Bats sleep by hanging upside down. Migratory birds sleep while flying. Bats sleep while hanging upside down. In this chapter, here are few of the highlighted terms. Antenna, a long pair, thin sensory appendage on the head of insects. Pheromones, a special chemical released by insects. Sniff, the nose to detect a smell. Bloodhounds, a breed of large dogs with a keen sense of smell. Bulging eyes, swelling outwards. Perceptions, the ability to see, hear, or become aware of something through the senses. Whiskers, a long projecting hair growing from the face of animals. Entwining, wind or twist together. Clicks, sound produced by dolphins and whales. Squeaks, a short, high-pitched sound of cry. Points to remember. Animals use various senses to detect food and to escape from dangerous situations. Most of the insects use their antenna to smell odors. Birds of prey have a well-developed sense of sight. Pigs and rabbits have a well-developed sense of taste. Some animals have whiskers which are very sensitive to touch and movement. Cows sleep with their eyes open, while migratory birds sleep while flying. Animals sleep at different times of the day. Now come to the exercise. Answer the following questions. Why do the police department use dogs? Dogs are used for sniffing because of their sharp sense of smell. Hence, the police department uses dogs to sniff and detect dangerous things like drugs, bombs, etc. Question number 2. Comment on the sense of sight of an eagle. An eagle can spot its prey from up to a mile. Eagles have large bulging eyes. These eyes help them to judge the distance and speed of the other birds and animals. How do whiskers help the animals? Whiskers are especially useful in dark places or at night when the animals cannot see. Animals find their way in dark places by feeling with their whiskers. Question number 4. How do bats use their sense of hearing? Bats emit high frequency sound which reflect off the prey and come back to the bat. This is known as echolocation. It helps them to recognize the type of prey and its position. Question number 5. How does an elephant communicate? Elephants communicate by rubbing their bodies against one another, by making a number of sounds for communication, and by entwining their trunks. Question number 6. List some different ways in which animals sleep. Some of the different ways in which animals sleep. Horse sleep while standing. Cows sleep with their eyes open. Bats sleep by hanging upside down. Migratory birds sleep while flying. Now, home assignment. Read the chapter carefully and go through the highlighted terms. Complete the exercise by yourself. Write down the question answers in your notebook. Maintain neatness in your copy. Thank you for watching this video. Till then, take care.